What it is, guys, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming at you with my feels on the new Dragon Ball Super Broly trailer. And this, fair warning, guys, this is not going to be a popular opinion by a long shot. You guys may or may not know, Omnitoast and I, we went to go see the original Broly movie in theaters earlier last month, back in September when it was back in theaters. And I'll be real, the older Broly movie, it really doesn't hold up. Like, when we first watched it, at least when I first watched it, I was a teenager and I was really excited. I was a big buff guy and he's going to kick people's ass. That's a lot of fun, whatever. But watching it now in a more analytical sense, it really doesn't... It doesn't embrace what I feel Dragon Ball kind of is/has become. And it has become an emotional ride. Make no mistake. Look when they brought back Frieza in the first place. And that's an important part of this movie, is Frieza coming, I guess, the original Frieza, and he's going to come back and fight Broly. When they brought him back, it was like, what are you doing? Why are you bringing back Frieza? Of all the people to bring back in all of Dragon Ball, I get it. He's the biggest bad that we really ever had. Not strongest, but biggest bad. This dude has been an a-hole from the start, and he was a huge... I mean, he was part of Cell. They mentioned him during the Buu saga. This guy was the standard. He was the first really huge, massive threat to the universe that really kind of kicked off what Dragon Ball Z became. So, kind of basically transitioning from, like, the Goku story to now, like, a Save the Universe type story. Because every arc after that was Save the Universe in some way or fashion. So, yes, when they said they were going to bring back Frieza, it's a thing. But Frieza turned out to be an absolutely phenomenal character. He turned out to have some of the best character development. And shut up, I hear you arguing right now. In Dragon Ball Super, I'm going to get crucified for saying this. In Dragon Ball Super, Frieza had some of the best character development we have seen in the later series. This is series plural. Okay? Not Dragon Ball itself. Dragon Ball was really, really good and had a lot of interesting characters, a lot of interesting nuances. And then Z just kind of became fight bad guys. Just kick a punch bad guys. That's it. Vegeta would be the only exception. Vegeta has gone all over the place and done literally everything. And when it came to Super, Vegeta got a lot of character development in the last arc as well. But Frieza was brought back, and he never, ever, ever changed his ways. But he kind of became that interesting character that you're like, is he going to backstab everyone? I mean, he backstabbed Frost on the back. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the end of Super. Where have you been? I guess maybe watching the dub. He stabbed Frost in the back, which I kind of thought Frost was going to do him, but no, he just turned around and was like, you're not even getting a chance. Just offed him. Well, didn't kill him, obviously, because it's against the rules, but you know what I'm talking about. But then he worked with Goku, his mortal enemy. Which, again, his options were that or let your universe be erased. And remember when the spoilers came out and they were like, he is totally going to double cross Universe 7. He's going to go to Universe 9. He's going to do all this other stuff, right? Nobody expected Frieza to actually come back to life. And what will piss me off more than anything in this world is that they bring him back to life just to kill him. Now, the good news is the opening shot to this trailer. Let's talk about the trailer itself, first of all. The opening shot to this trailer, we get this amazing shot of those Frieza ships flying into planet Vegeta. And they're clearly, and what's really awesome here, oh my god, you get Dodoria, you get Zarbon, you get the Ginyu Force, which is really kind of... Do they not age? Do these guys not age at all? Like, I get they're aliens. I get it. I understand that situation. But you would think at some point in time they would at least grow a little bit older, be younger. Ginyu looks like he's the most elder member of the team because it's his team, but like Recoome doesn't look a day older than he did when he first showed up in Dragon Ball, and that's like what, or Dragon Ball Z, and that's what, 20 something years later. Like, even if old boy is 16 now, by the time he's 36, he should look a little different. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's see. I can't say that. Moving on. You get my point. Am I excited to see them back? Yes, I think it's awesome. It's a great throwback. It would almost be a shame for them not to. But let's explain it some way, somehow. I mean, for God's sakes, just everyone shows up and everybody's here, and it's suddenly 20 years earlier? Don't make a lot of sense. Does not make a lot of sense. Plus, this massive retcon. Remember, in the original Dragon Ball Z story, they said that the Saiyans were working with Frieza. This is clearly Frieza coming in and just wiping everybody, just taking over. Just like, cool, this is my planet now. You are pretty much my bitch. Let's go. So, makes a lot more sense in a lot of respects. But it also, like, because we had this great character development, we're like, okay, Frieza double-crossed the Saiyans, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, that's why Vegeta hated him. There's a really great story they built there, and now they're just like, no, he's just an asshole. He's just an indiscriminate asshole. Bruh, really? It kills me. It kills me, the retcons in this movie. It just absolutely chaps my nipples. So, I'm glad to see these old school people back in here, but to have all these retcons is really just absolutely brutal. Okay? Though I do love the shot with Frieza, where he's talking, and then he's talking with the Saiyans. He's like, greetings. And you've got Barry Blue on one side, you got King Cold on the other, and I love how we know King Cold. We've seen King Cold, right? But Barry Blue's the new unit. So while you do have the focus on, as a film buff, you guys don't know I went to film school. I love that they've got Frieza dead center. He's clearly the focus of this shot. But we already know King Cold, and King Cold is a large, imposing dude. Barry Blue, on the other hand, is shorter, smaller, but still takes no shit. And you could see that look on her face where she's just like, no. Shut up, Frieza. You're being a fool, right? You just see. Though she's obviously right now she's not, but you can kind of tell she's got that give no fucks attitude, right? Love it. Absolutely love it. And they framed the shot absolutely perfectly. You could tell that's King Cold. You know that's Barry Blue from the promotional art, or if you don't know it's her, you at least know it's a new character that's going to be introduced into this, and you see Frieza. What's up with the coloration of Frieza? Who knows? There's literally a million different theories on what's going on out there. Who knows? Who knows? Remember when we first saw him, though, he had like the armor look to him. And if recollection serves, I don't think that was the actual armor. The more I think about it, actually, that because it broke off of him, but it always changed with his form when he was changing forms. So it's not like he was wearing armor. So maybe it's a prior version of his. I don't know. Could be just like a test version of the first form. Because remember, the first form is not his native form. Who knows? Who knows? They maybe they explained it. I don't know. But an interesting dude. I'm not gonna nitpick that one. There's so many other things in here that I could nitpick. But then we've got the shot of King Cold basically telling the Saiyans, like, look, you're working for him now. Just deal with it. I find that interesting because it does kind of feed into the whole, like, Frieza's just kind of a spoiled brat thing, which is kind of what he was when he first came into the series. Like, yes, he was emperor over all this. We never really knew what his role in all of it was. They're kind of starting to explain it now. Maybe this is like the early part of Frieza's reign. Obviously, it's 20 years before we saw him in later on in Dragon Ball Z. So maybe it's the beginning of that. We don't know, but it gives a little more clarity as to what's going on and what Frieza's motivation is, right? I kind of like that. And I know there have been people that have nitpicked it. I don't think that's such a bad thing. The only problem I have with this, right? Follow me here. If you actually go and look at this scene, okay, King Cold is wearing the Frieza armor. So are all the Saiyans. If they are invading, where did the Saiyans get their armor from? Is there some like intergalactic dealer of like expandable armor? It's kind of weird. Kind of really weird. You know? And later on, we're going to see Bardock in the trailer wearing basically the new type armor that we saw from Resurrection F. Okay? Now, I do not have the trailer playing behind me, first of all, guys, and the only reason I don't is because I want to avoid any copyright issues. And I know right now a lot of people are doing a lot of reviews on it, and then I don't want to fight copyright. That's the last thing I want to do. This is plenty. Okay, you guys have seen the trailer. If you haven't, you can pull it up. You can watch along with it. You can pretty much tell where I'm pausing, right? Baby Goku, baby Broly, born at the same time. Got it. Classic story. We know this. Baby Vegeta also born at the Vegeta born also at the same time. What the fuck are you people thinking? We have known since the Saiyan Saga, pretty much. It has been confirmed in every publication. It's pretty much been assumed by everyone who watched the series that Vegeta is older than Goku, okay? Vegeta is shorter than Goku, but his stature has absolutely nothing to do with his age. Nothing. Vegeta was way more experienced than Goku. Vegeta was he was brought up different than Goku. Vegeta is not the same age as Goku. It's confirmed he's, like 7 years older than Goku? It's confirmed. And then they just shit all over it. I know Toriyama doesn't pay attention. I know he forgets shit. But that's a big retcon. That's huge. That's inexcusable levels of what the fuck are you thinking, right? Rip. If I wasn't wearing a hat, I'd rip my hair out. That's why I'm wearing the hat, by the way. That's because when I game, I get mad and I'd be bald, right? I digress. Moving on. So, I'm just getting nervous and hitting that. So, we get the shot of Goku in the capsule, and we find out, okay, Goku's still a baby. And then get the shot of Bardock with the new type armor on. Pretty cool stuff. Not the same Bardock we saw before. He doesn't have the red headband, which makes sense. This is a different Bardock. This is Dragon Ball minus Bardock. Okay, not the Bardock special version of Bardock. That version of Bardock, remember, he got the headband because he dipped the cloth in the blood of his, I say friends, allies, fallen allies. So no headband. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's a change I don't mind seeing because they'd have to then go back and explain what the hell happened to all this other stuff. Cool, got it. Not butthurt by that one bit. He's flying through space. They could have done something, but I like to have the scar. We already know that Toriyama's a fan of the Bardock special, so not that big a deal. Now, the whole Dragon Ball Minus thing, that is going to ruffle some feathers. A lot of people, and it is absolutely not just the US fan base, it's the Japanese fan base too. A lot of people utterly love the Bardock special. So, decanonizing that and making Dragon Ball Minus the canon is going to piss a lot of people off, okay? Okay, we already knew. Okay, that after that they show Vegeta in the pod. We already knew that Vegeta had a lot of latent energy, so that all makes sense. But the whole Vegeta being a baby thing at the same time as Goku still just ruffles my feathers. Okay, it just makes me so mad, so mad. When I first watched the trailer, when I watched the Japanese version when it was leaked, I had really hoped, sincerely hoped, that it was like a flashback from a flashback, which wouldn't make sense, but they could do it. It would okay. Sure, you have to show the origin stories of all the characters, but for fuck's sake, don't change the birth ages of people. There's something even, I'd say, even more infuriating than that coming up here in a few moments. One thing I do want to give them credit on, though, is the art and the character designs in this, okay? The manga-esque art looks beautiful. The way they drew Paragus, absolutely, I love it. This next scene where he runs in and you have the butler, which basically it's like this butler-looking outfit. Like, you could tell he's a butler by the way he's dressed, right? The tail comes out, the little what would otherwise be like tails in the in the coat. It's basically like a piece of armor with what looks like tails built in. It's whoever designed all of this stuff is really smart, because your eye immediately picks up on stuff and goes, "Oh, I know what that is." Yes, it's armor, but he's also clearly, you know, like a servant of King Vegeta's. Very smart stuff going on here. Very, very so. So while I'm mad about certain things, I also think there's a lot of really great, like, little minute details that people aren't picking up on. Just absolutely fantastic things to pay attention to here. Okay, now, and the guy with the if you go look at the scene where they're launching Broly off into space, the guy with the wands, like, why do they even have that? Like, it's not like they're like, I get the guys out there at the airport with the planes, they're just like doing their thing, like with the little mini lightsabers and directing planes around, right? That makes sense. And I get, you know, you want to do that to show off that it's like an airport. Okay, I get it, but it's unnecessary. Like, they're launching it straight up in the air. Like, they're just literally blasting him off into space. It's not like you need someone like, you know, you don't go to Cape Canaveral and see some dude out there standing next to a shuttle like this. First of all, because he get fried instantly. Second of all, it's going up. It's not going this way. Anyway, but again, I get why it's there. I understand it's the visual connection to something you're familiar with seeing. I understand it. I get it, and I think it's as much as I nitpick it, I do think it's actually quite clever. The designs of the buildings and all that are very reminiscent of what we're used to seeing. The very, like, surrealist Planet Vegeta that we've always known. I do like that. The Saiyan pods are almost identical. They don't explain in the trailer why Broly's being thrown off into the outside world, but I'm guessing, based on what we've seen, it looks like obviously King Vegeta's really, really, really proud of his son being so powerful when he was born. I'm guessing Broly's power is just way more than Vegeta's, so they're like, or we'll just throw him off. Just bye. Gone. Later, bruh. Have a nice death. Don't forget to die. You know? I see what they're doing. I wish they explained it a little bit better in the trailer, but maybe there's something they're holding off for the... Not... Yeah. Basically, you're stronger than my kid, so I'm going to send your kid off in exile. Bye. Later, nerd. Pretty obvious what's going on there, but, you know, I'm not mad about that. It's the same basic storyline that we got from the original film, right? That's not unexpected, okay? And then, of course, you get the thing where it's Bardock is talking about how he doesn't trust Frieza. I mean, well, kind of get it. He's like an evil monarch. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, nah, Frieza ain't no good, but it's not like, what can King Vegeta do about it? I mean, it took Goku, who literally trained his entire life in finding a way to, like, take advantage of a form no one had seen for thousands of years and totally didn't understand, like, some totally incomprehensible thing. Not like King Vegeta can do anything about it. He stand up to him and get roundhouse kicked into the grave. But yeah. Once again, though, we see the pink color of Frieza. I don't know if they're going to try to explain that he was in, like, the armor. I just don't think it makes sense. Once again, we saw the armor change with him. I don't know. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to try to overthink it. Okay. And of course, the really interesting part about it is they show Frieza actually blowing up the planet, and they show that whole Dragon Ball minus Kal-El. I'm sorry, Kakarot. Totally not Kal-El. Being blasted off. They've already told us that the beginning of the movie is going to be a tearjerker. So I'm expecting the Dragon Ball minus sequences to be very emotional and well written. That is my hope. I think that's why this trailer predominantly focuses on that rather than the stuff we already saw, which was the big strong dudes fighting each other. So I'm expecting a good story. Like, I think, what did they say? It's going to be like 2 hours is the movie going to be. So I'm expecting a really, really, really great story out of this. Despite all the retcons and despite all of that, I am looking forward to the film. So there, I said it. At some point in time, Dragon Ball's canon, if you can even say that, is so jacked up. You just have to okay, what did Toriyama change now? Cool, that's the thing. Moving on. No, I will not accept Ultra Instinct Roshi. Toyotaro should get sodomized by a colony of bloodthirsty ants. But these kind of retcons, I think these are so bad. The Roshi retcon, nope. You should die by getting your cornhole eaten alive by fire ants. Yep, it's a thing. Quote me on that. Quote me. Dear Toyotaro, die by getting your cornhole eaten by... Can't even. I will rage about one more thing. One more thing at the very end of this. When they have Goku in the pod and they're sending him off, and obviously they're doing the whole, like, okay, Gine and Bardock are doing the whole, like, Superman thing, and later, bye, nerd. Have a nice not dying. We'll be here dying, though we have, every feasible way to get off the planet, and clearly the technology is there, and we really have no reason to be here anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna die. We just given up pretty much. We forfeit our lives. Frieza's a thing, and we just don't feel like it's worth living in a universe where Frieza's the emperor. Mind you, we are gonna take our son, who's all of about 5 years old, and throw him out in the stars, and say, "Good luck. Don't fall on your head." Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm sure they're gonna find some way to explain it. The 5-year-old thing, though, is infuriating, right? He was a baby when he was found by Grandpa Gohan. We know this. That was the first freaking episode of the entire franchise. And Toriyama just went, nah, start over. What are you thinking, dude? Oh, God, Jesus. It's like if Herman Melville went and opened whiteout all over the first page. Call me Bob. I'm just raging at this. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. So unbelievably frustrating. That said, I am still looking forward to it. Once again, I was talking about the character designs, and those shots, obviously, with Bardock and Goku and Gine and all those, taken right out of the Dragon Ball minus manga. I do love with Saiyan female armor that they have in the movie, where it has like the slot for her tail. Basically, it has the skirt, even though she's clearly wearing tights. It has the not tights the character, though. You want to see some fan art of that. Wearing the actual like Saiyan armor that has like the skirt thing on it is pretty cool. Little sexist, but kind of cool. And the whole way everything works out here is pretty awesome. So I am looking forward to that. But it is kind of infuriating. I guess what they're going to try to say is Broly was sent to Earth because we know he's been on Earth. Well, actually, he was sent to the other planet. He was sent to the planet of the what is it? The giant spider things. I don't know. He's going to get her somehow. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Screw it. We'll figure it out when the movie comes out. But yeah, because there was a picture of him. How much that would be hilarious actually if he's like eating one of the spider eggs. So aren't they like vampiric spiders supposedly? So like he eats the spiders eat other people. It's just this like circle of life thing, you know. It's like a really jacked up version of the Lion King, except instead of Simba, it's Broly punching fucking spiders. Yeah, that'd be the greatest thing. Circle of in the face, bite your sister, you fucking spider. You know, I want that movie now. Screw this dumb shit. I want Broly. I want a movie of Broly punching spiders to the freaking circle of life. Like, right? Can we agree that that would be better than all the goddamn retcons? Like this. I'm going to go make my own film with Blackjack and Broly punching spiders. I'm out.